Hey guys, it's Paul. I'm going to do a quick video on a few new knives that I've purchased recently. Going to put in my EDC rotation. First knife that I'm going to look at here, and I'm not going to do a complete review on either one of these knives because there's so many on the internet already. It's just kind of an update. I don't want to do a complete EDC video. So I'm going to update the things that I'm going to put in my rotation and the things that I'm going to take out. This is the SOGzilla large. This knife comes in two sizes, the large and the small. The small is about an inch smaller than this one, so it's a little bit smaller than what I was looking for. I was looking for something a little bit bigger than what I carry. Been looking for quite a while. Been doing some review searches on YouTube with the Spyderco Tenacious and the Endura. My local stores don't carry those knives, and I don't really like ordering off the internet without handling and seeing if it fits for me. So I went to the local academy last Friday with my son, my oldest son, and I found this guy. Just a quick overview on the specs. The blade length is actually 3.8 inches. You can see that it's black. It's got the tie-and-eye coating, which I really love. This coating, I'm digging the tie-and-eye, man. It doesn't look painted on at all. I don't know if you could see that. It doesn't have that depth of paint. It looks like it's more the metal itself. And I really like that coating. It's held up really good so far. The blade metal is 8CR13 MOV steel, which is, of course, it's not top of the line, but it's not bottom of the barrel either. It's a really great steel. I restocked my ambulance the other day at work, and I had to break down several boxes. So I cut them up with this knife to try it out, see what the edge would, how it would hold up, and it held up great. I probably cut up a dozen or more boxes, and when I got done, I could still shave with this thing. It's exceptionally well as far as blade retention, or edge retention. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's got the tie-and-eye coating. It's on it's on the pivot point. All the screws that hold the scales on. The scales are actually GRN. I've never had any experience with GRN scales, but I like these. They're very aggressive. You can see that they call it, I think it's bi-dimensional texturing, and it's just really aggressive. It's easy to get a good grip on this blade. Even when I'm at work and I'm wearing my nitrile gloves, I can grip onto this handle really well, and it retains well in my hand. It is a lock back. Didn't know if I would like the lock back. I didn't know if I could do it one-handed, but with the blade weight of this knife and the length of the blade, I'm assuming, you hit that lock, blade drops out of place. Close it right up. It's great. I love it. I actually like it better than the liner lock. It makes the blade, the handle a little bit more comfortable in my hand because I don't feel that liner lock in my finger. So that's working out really great so far. The pocket clip, I like the pocket clip. It's a really deep carry. When you push this down in your pocket, you do not see the knife whatsoever. It carries completely concealed in the pocket other than the clip, which is why I put on the OD green paracord. This is the Chris Reeves wrap. Just kind of helps me pull it out of my pocket. I grab a hold of the paracord here, give it a little tug. Knife's free in my pocket, and I can pull it right on out. It does have this little, it's got the Spyderco styled hole in it, but it's got this little notch cut out of it, and from what I understand, it's supposed to grab a hold of your pocket somewhat like an Emerson Wave or the Endura Wave. It doesn't really work as well. I'm sure I've seen some videos I can modify the blade a little bit and it would work better, but that's not why I bought it. I think it looks great. I think it gives it a unique look the way it is. It doesn't bother me at all that niche is there when it comes to opening the blade. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. In my line of work, I don't want it to open when I pull it out of my pocket anyway, because when you're in a hurry or you're in a confined space, like most of our wrecks that we work, our MVAs, we're in confined spaces. So if I have to pull my knife out for whatever reason, I want it to open when I want it to open and not necessarily when I pull it out of my pocket. It's exceptionally thin and it's fairly light. The weight of the knife is 4.8 ounces. And for the size of it, that's really great. It's actually lighter than my Kershaw Storm that I carry. Partly because of the scales, and it is skeletonized. It is full metal lined, and it is skeletonized. You're not going to be able to see it with my camera. I'm sorry, guys. But it is skeletonized, which helps with the weight. So yes, this is my new EDC knife, and I'm loving it so far. I'll give you an update when a couple of months or so when I've been carrying it a little bit longer to see if I still like it, see if it's still working out. But so far, guys, it's been great. And aside from this knife, I picked up another one. I actually bought this one for my son. He decided he wanted his first pocket knife. But after he got it, he realized that the liner lock was a little bit too sticky for him, and he didn't like it. So he gave this knife to me, and I gave him one of my lockbacks that I had, a small lockback. This is the, as you can tell, the Gerber mini paraframe. I had no idea what I was going to do with this knife when he gave it back to me. I paid for it. I thought I could find a use for it, and by golly, I did. This knife lives in the watch pocket of my pants now as a more people-friendly blade. As you could tell, it is tremendously smaller than the SOGzilla there. And when it comes to it, if I had to pull this knife out in front of certain people, they wouldn't be as intimidated as if I pulled out the SOG. This would be the knife that I would hand to someone if they needed one to open a box or what have you. I wouldn't necessarily give them my large knife. I just hand them this one. It's a little $8 knife. If it gets lost, I didn't lose a whole lot of money. It's quality. Blade locks up top. It is full metal construction. It is liner lock. It is a little bit sticky, but it's alright for me. It does have the pocket clip, which I do not use. The blade was really dull when I got it, but it didn't take about 2 minutes on a sharpening stone, and I've got this thing with a very, very good utility edge. Of course, it's not Spyderco sharp. It's not even SOG sharp, but it's good enough for what this knife is going to be used for. It will shave hair, and that's really all I need it to do. Open up a few boxes, hand it to a stranger if he needs a knife, what have you. So yeah, guys, these are the new knives that I've purchased, and this is what's going to be in my EDC. Like I said, they weren't reviews. There's so many reviews on both of these knives on YouTube, and people can do such a better job with that than I can. But I wanted to give you a quick update without having to update my entire EDC, because nothing else has changed as of yet. So guys, rate, comment, subscribe, like it, love it, hate it, let me know. Have a great day, have a blessed day, and I'll see you later.